San Francisco police are dispatched to what they think is a person with an AK-47, only to arrive and find out it's actually a crossbow. If body cam breakdowns is something you want to see me do more of, make sure you're feeding the algorithm down below.
Watch out.
No.
Nope.
That's not a rifle?
Yeah. Hey guys, it might be a crossbow. Watch out. It looks like a crossbow. It's a crossbow. Watch out. I think I can go through armor. Careful. Watch out. Where is he? Hey, drop the crossbow, dude. Drop it. All right, let's keep walking. Mobile. Yeah, hey, zoom on. You stay behind. You stay outside the car and just walk behind me.
This officer has the right idea. He's talking about using his vehicle as a rolling barricade. That is the preferred method of doing it if the environment allows you to do that. A lot of times you see officers abandoning their vehicles way too soon, and then they end up in a position where they have nothing, whereas if they would have stayed in their vehicle and used their vehicle, they would have had something to use as their last point of cover and or concealment.
No, stay outside the car. Walk. Hey guys, we're gonna do a roving barricade.
Now, if we're going to be driving our vehicle, especially if we have other officers that are providing lethal coverage for us, then you probably want to holster your gun and not drive with your gun on the wheel just to avoid any accidents that may occur. And also by driving your vehicle and having your gun out, you're basically committing yourself to shooting through your windshield, which you shouldn't do unless it's an act of desperation, because the only thing that you can guarantee when shooting through your windshield is that you can't guarantee anything. At some point in time, shooting through your windshield became a cool thing to do, but it actually makes you much less accountable for your marksmanship, so you're better off just, in this situation, holstering your gun.
Okay. Drop the crossbow.
Red light, less lethal! Less lethal!
Red line, left lethal, right lethal.
I'm on your left side here.
Drop it, hey, drop it. You're not in trouble. Drop it, it's in the car. Come on, man. It's not working. Drop it.
If he points that thing.
This is the frame right before both officers engage. The officer to the right of him has a beanbag shotgun. He's going to shoot, and then directly after that, this officer is going to shoot one round. You should avoid saying things like, if he does this, I'm going to do that, because you're kind of placing yourself in a box. And when you say you're going to do something if this thing happens, but then you do something else, or it meets a different criteria and you do it, then they might be asking questions like, well, you said if he points that thing, right, what are you going to do? Well, if he points it, I'm going to shoot him. Well, we all know that's what you mean, and that's what's going to happen anyways. But now if he doesn't point it and you shoot him, again, is it the end of the world? No, but it calls into question why you actually did the thing that you did, because in this situation, he is facing away. It looks like the suspect's facing away. He had the crossbow down on his side, and then he picked it up with two hands like people would commonly hold a rifle, and he's now looking back towards the officers, and his left foot looks to be back slightly, but he does look to be facing the other way. And what you're going to see here when I play the video is it's going to happen 3 times. They're each shooting one round, but I played it back to back 3 times so you can try to get a good understanding of what's happening. The officer with the less lethal shotgun, you'll see his blast, and then you'll see this officer shoot, and then I'll slow it down. What could have happened here was the officer could have had a sympathetic response to gunfire, meaning that he was in such close proximity to another officer that was firing his gun, and he didn't know that that gunfire was going to happen. It caused him to involuntarily constrict his body, constrict his muscles, even with his finger straightened off the trigger if it was, can cause officers to fire their gun, and it happens. It's pretty common. And what we see when we look at the officer firing that round, in the first frame, we see a normal reaction in his arms to recoil, right? That's something that you would expect to see. And then if we continue into the next frame, it appears as if his body is kind of finishing that involuntary flinch from the officer next to him shooting the less lethal shotgun, and the officer shooting the less lethal shotgun is also having the same response in his body, because he also probably didn't realize, well, he definitely didn't know that the officer next to him was going to shoot. Couple that with the fact that he basically implied that he was going to shoot if he points it at him, and that's not what happened, and he shot before he even thought that he would, essentially, is what it sounded like, that this could have been a sympathetic response to gunfire.
Drop it! Now! Watch it. Don't move. Move up. Move up. Don't fucking reach for it!
I prefer to not rush up. And actually, some of these officers were yelling at the other officers to hold up, and they just kind of ran up there. And the problem that they ran into is everybody that ran up here, with the exception of maybe the guy to the right, has a weapon in their hand, either a pistol or a shotgun or a rifle. And then we get to the guy and nobody's ready to go hands. Whereas if we established a team with roles and responsibilities and said, hey, okay, you a couple officers are up on the gun. If he goes down, we're going to rush and you're going to be hands, or put him in make sure the suspect's in a compromising position or surrendering before we even move forward. And that's also going to give you time to get those things in place. So I prefer to keep our distance until it's safe to approach.
Thank you.
Got it?
Sir, just stop and put it down. Put it down. Drop it.
I did have a better view of this officer from the officer next to him, but basically he's kind of confronting this person with the crossbow, just like everybody else is, but his gun is what I would call in a not ready position. So it's not in a low ready, it's not in a high ready. It doesn't appear to me that his posture is indicating that he is ready to be involved in an engagement. He's farther away from marksmanship. And if we're in a not ready position when we should be in a ready position, and definitely when the bad guy starts shooting at us or raises a gun, that makes marksmanship that much more difficult for us. And oftentimes what happens in that situation, well, you end up shooting a lot and missing a lot, but maybe even shooting at that point isn't the right thing to do, and it's actually just to seek better cover. And I'll show you in the next video here an officer who is doing the extreme opposite of that and is as close to marksmanship as he could possibly be, and where he should probably be in this situation.
Giving red light ammunition. Red light! Let's lethal! Drop it or I'll shoot! Drop it!
This officer here, who is up on the gun, he is either looking through his red dot or he's in a low ready position looking at the suspect. And if he had to come up slightly and take a shot, or take a shot from here, he's probably going to be accurate. He's probably going to shoot only the amount of rounds that is necessary to get the job done. And he doesn't actually have to do that. Some people will say, well, he shouldn't be looking through his red dot. He should be looking over it. Well, if he was in a supported position, let's say over the hood of his car, well, how would you do that? Would you be looking through your optic? Yeah, you probably would. If we have both of our eyes open and we're looking at the target, who at this point is maybe 20 yards away, there's no reason why we shouldn't be seeing anything and our vision being obstructed. And so my suggestion is that you always should get as close to marksmanship as you can, as long as it makes sense for you to do that and you're not sacrificing anything else in the process.
Now!
Red light, let's lethal. Let's lethal, red light.
Drop it. Hey. Spot.
Drop it!
You're not in trouble. Drop it. Car. Come on, man. It's not worth it. Drop it.
Just put it on the ground.
Hey.
Drop it!
Drop it.
If you'd like to support the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have anything you'd like to add to this video, put that in the comment section. If you feel like you missed something, I started another channel that I'll link in the description, where you can find all the uncensored clips of any of my videos that I have censored.